Well, Zeta has made landfall near Cocodrie, Louisiana. You can see that happening right there. Category 2 storm, 110-mile-per-hour wind. Some good strengthening earlier today, getting that just under Category 3 status. So for all intents and purposes, this is a major hurricane moving into the area regardless of the number attributed to it. So still a very dangerous situation. You see that pushing in, and as it continues to move basically due northeast across the area, a straight line from corner to corner of South Mississippi, basically putting half of the area on the eastern side in the worst part of that storm. So you know that this side is going to get the enhanced storm surge, the enhanced winds, generally the most rainfall as well, and anywhere near the eye is bad. So even the western half of South Mississippi there, not in the best situation over the next few hours as this eye eventually does move inland and then through the area on its way out. The only real saving grace being that the storm is moving so quickly, it won't really have time to get any sort of real accumulation of rainfall. So flooding drops down a little bit as far as a major concern, but this will have some very strong winds associated with it, and we're looking upwards of about 10 feet possible with that storm surge. So piers, homes on the coast all need to be very cautious of what's happening in those areas, particularly if you did decide to ride out the storm in that area. So as we take a look at the 3D model of it, you can see some interesting features. Now the storm itself did strengthen. You can really see kind of the core of that basically congealing there, but the outer edges are really starting to erode. I mean, just look at how the southwestern edge of the storm looks at the beginning of the loop from how it looks at the end, and you can start to see these little pathways as drier air is starting to work its way into the storm. It's known as dry air entrainment, and it does help weaken these storms, which the storm is expected to do now that it's made landfall, weaken rapidly. You can see from this angle, this is the northeastern angle, this initial band here was pretty robust, and then as it started to slide forward, breaking down, really bringing that dry air all the way up, kind of up and around the storm. So that is things that make us look at it and think that things are improving, at least in that sense, that it's not going to strengthen any further, certainly not now that it has made landfall anyway. But it doesn't look any better. This is exactly what it looks like outside right now from the Scarlet Pearl. So if you are not in your place of safety, you desperately need to get there soon because visibility is falling, the winds are increasing, and that rain will be arriving in earnest very shortly. And over the next couple of hours, we will see the worst the storm has to offer for us. It's still a very developing situation, and we'll check back in just a little bit.